Sell Cashier gives you the best quotes for your iPhone, so check them out next time when you're planning to sell your old phone. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what inspired you to make this MOC?
So I'm Carson, otherwise known as Carson Bricks 1 on Flickr and Instagram.
And I'm Hunter, also known as hunter.a.clark on Instagram.
So this is the Battle of Idstedt. We really wanted to do this because last year we had built the Battle of Dubal, and that was part of the second Schleswig War. But we really wanted to explore the first Schleswig War because it was for slightly different reasons. It was against the Danes and kind of their own people. There was a state in Denmark called Schleswig-Holstein, and it was actually more primarily German than Danish. And that state wanted to be with Prussia at the time, which is the Germanic people. So they did an uprising against Denmark, and really the war lasted 3 years. So we wanted to explore that. Idstedt was the largest battle in Scandinavian history until World War II. There were over 50,000 troops over this little hamlet and field. So yeah, we really just want to portray the history of the First War, and yeah.
I see. Because this is a collab, how did you guys figure out who made what section, and were there any problems while making those sections?
So yeah, we had a few group chats that we caught up on, and I mean, when we came to fair, we actually had a pretty good job of where things lined up. We all planned that out through the group chats, but mainly, you know, it was a lot of talking, you know, knowing who your neighbor was. We've worked with each other in the past. There were some complications with some of the lineups, but we got it done pretty well. One of those plates in the back there was made at the hotel, so we knew how to put it together then. So it actually came together better than most years. I think it's just become experience between all of us. But yeah, mainly just group chats and communication between all of us.
I see many different minifigures in the MOC. Can you tell us where you sourced all of them? Because this is quite the army.
So we had Gary Brooks, who is a veteran in the community. He has a lot of these figures. He has a lot of the red coats. He has a lot of the Royal Guard here with the expensive bear caps, or bear skins. I had some of the red coats. I found a really cool other red coat design from Denmark. That's different from like the, so this is the one I brought. It's almost like a nutcracker almost, versus the kind of other one right there. So we also have the Danish Jaegers, which use the, I don't know what that torso is, but that's provided by Gary. The Schleswig-Holstein troops, so the ones with the pickle hobs, they use a dark blue torso. Some of the old Union torsos, like the cavalry torso. However, Lego recently made a new torso that is almost like equally as good and in greater numbers. You can see a lot of them up here. Noah made the Schleswig-Holstein Jaegers. They look really cool with the red epaulets. And yeah, so we had the source between Gary and ourselves, especially like with the 1850 Danes and the Royal Guard. They use an old firefighter torso. We have the Swedes who use the Revolutionary War torso, so yeah.
I see. Because this is such a big MOC, how did you manage to transport all these minifigures and buildings without breaking them?
Without breaking them is a different question, but how we transported them, we had a bunch of suitcases. You know, you wrap them in bubble wrap, transport them across lines. These guys come from all over the place. Our longest drive would be Canada, and we got, or is it Florida? I think that would be Hunter. Yeah, he probably had the longest drive here, and yeah, we wrapped them all up, fixed whatever damage is at the con. A lot of stuff came in waves, so some days we'd have some parts we had to work with. Some other days we'd have like the church steeple that we had to put together, these tree lines, and that plate over there that we had to build very late. So some of it got destroyed, some of it we had to build, but overall it came together pretty well.
Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully we'll see you next BrickFair, and congrats on the Best Scene Award. Best Battle Scene, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
2-year streak.